Hey, what's up guys? And today we explore an accident. An accident that will change everything. What if Naruto accidentally ate the god fruit? Yes guys, from the god tree. The power that it will bestow upon him with the mentality of a child. How will this affect everything and everyone? Well, sit back, relax and enjoy.
Before this story begins, we need to go back. Way back, before Konoha, before the ninja world, before the sage of six paths himself. Because what sits at the center of today's story is older than all of it. Thousands of years ago, there was a tree, the god tree, so enormous its roots ran through the core of the planet and its canopy blocked out the sky for miles. It gathered energy, every living thing on Earth produced trace amounts of it, and the god tree pulled all of it toward itself, slowly, patiently, over centuries. Once every 1,000 years, it produced a single fruit containing the compressed life energy of the entire world. Whoever ate it received power beyond any scale the human world understood. The sage of six paths dealt with the god tree, or so everyone believed. What nobody found was a fragment, a piece of the root system, broken off in some ancient catastrophe, buried so deep that even the sage never detected it. Soil and time swallowed it completely. Civilizations rose and fell above it. Eventually, a ninja village was built directly over it, Konoha, and that fragment never stopped doing what the god tree always did. It gathered. For thousands of years, it pulled trace chakra from the earth, from the plants, from the people living above it. Normally, a fragment that small would never grow a fruit, but this one had something the whole tree never had: unlimited time. After millennia of silent work beneath one of the most chocolate-rich locations in the world, it did the impossible. It grew a fruit. Nobody knew. It sat in the deep dark earth, glowing faintly, waiting. Then a 7-year-old boy started digging. Naruto Uzumaki had always been drawn to overlooked places, the edges of the village, the forgotten lots where nobody went. He was not welcome in most other places. The streets of Konoha had made that clear since before he understood why. There was one spot near the old training fields that felt different from anywhere else. He first noticed it at 6 years old, walking past and feeling something beneath the earth that he could not name. Not pain, not vibration, something like recognition. He went back the next day. The feeling was stronger when he stood still. He kept returning. Each time it was stronger. By 7, he was going almost every day, standing on that patch of ground feeling something below pulling at him, pulling at the vast stormy ocean of the 9 tails sealed inside him, like two things reaching for each other through stone and soil. One afternoon, he brought a shovel he found abandoned behind a supply building and started digging. He dug for hours. His arms burned, his hands blistered. The pool grew stronger with every foot of depth. He hit something that rang with a clean, resonant tone unlike stone or root. He dug around it, pulled it free, held it up in the fading light. A fruit, round and heavy, roughly the size of his head, glowing gold and pulsing slowly. The smell hit him like a wall of warmth. Every good meal he had ever eaten combined into one smell and then beyond it. His stomach had been empty since yesterday morning. He looked around. Nobody was watching. He bit into it. It detonated through his entire body. Warmth that was not warmth exploded from his throat and filled every part of him simultaneously. His vision went white and then gold. He felt the earth, all of it, every root beneath the village, every thread of moisture in the soil, every layer of stone and clay running deep below. He felt them the way you feel your own fingers. He felt the 9 tails slam forward against its seal with sudden alarm, and he felt the fruit's energy settle around the beast like deep water settling around a stone. Images pressed into him from somewhere ancient, a sky choked by an incomprehensible canopy, a moon that had never been a moon, something watching the planet the way a farmer watches a field. Then it snapped shut and he was just a kid in a hole he had dug, holding the rind of something he would never fully understand. He climbed out, filled the hole, went home, slept 16 hours without moving. When he woke up, the blisters were completely gone. The changes came like a flood. Within days, his chakra output had tripled. Within a week, it was beyond anything his academy instructors had measurement tools for. His healing was extraordinary. Damage that should sideline him for days vanished within hours. But the most startling thing was the second power. One afternoon, during a yard dispute at the academy, his anger spiked and his chakra surged outward in a raw pulse with no technique behind it. Just pressure. The kid in front of him flew backward 8 feet and hit the ground hard. Naruto had not touched him. The air between them had simply pushed. He stared at his own hands. Raw chakra at a compression and density that should not exist in a human body. When he released it without focusing, it hit like a shockwave in every direction. When he aimed it, it was like a battering ram that did not stop where walls tried to stop it. He spent weeks accidentally breaking things. The third Hokage had been watching. He could sense chakra the way any experienced ninja could, and Naruto's had changed completely. Deeper, older, like a bonfire that had grown an ocean underneath it. He sent word to Jiraiya immediately. They sat with Naruto and told him what little they could piece together. No history book explained it. They had searched. There was nothing. Whatever he had eaten had been in the earth longer than the ninja world had been keeping records. They had no name for it, no precedent, no category. Naruto's only question was whether he was going to hurt anyone. Jiraiya said not if Naruto decided he was not going to. The power followed his intentions. The problem was moments where he had no time to decide. Naruto said he wanted control, not because the power frightened him. It felt like part of him. He wanted control because accidentally hurting people was not who he was. Jiraiya started training him the next morning. It went fast, not because the power was easy, but because Naruto had been living next to it instinctively for years. When Jiraiya gave him the vocabulary and framework, things clicked with speed that surprised them both. Within weeks, he could call and dismiss roots with precision, direct their size and movement, feel through them like extra limbs. Within months, the raw output was aimed and controlled. Kurama watched from behind the seal, Naruto walk into the mindscape, understanding his body on a more deeper level. Learning the truth about the 9 tails truly surprised him, but the beast told him that the power that is inside of him now will change the future of this world. An ominous warning, or maybe just a fact Naruto did not know. Team 7 formed. Kakashi looked at Naruto during the first training session and immediately knew the briefing he had received was incomplete. The kid moved like someone holding back a tide. Every technique he produced was a fraction of what the force behind it suggested. Kakashi filed this away and waited for the field. The field came at the land of waves. On a bridge wrapped in gray mist, Zabuza materialized like something the fog had decided to create. His chakra hit them before he was visible. Cold and enormous, he created his water prison and had Kakashi incited before a counter was possible, then sent a water clone toward the genin. Naruto put his hand on the bridge surface. The stone cracked along a 40-foot line, and what came through it was not controlled or subtle. Thick wooden columns erupted from beneath, punching through stone like paper, surging upward and curving in midair with the intention of something alive. They crushed the water clone in under a second and turned towards Zabuza. He dodged the first 2. The third caught his leg and the fourth caught his sword arm, and then there were too many and he was pinned, wrapped from ankle to shoulder in wood that tightened every time he struggled. The water prison shattered. Kakashi dropped free and moved. Zabuza had fought cage-level opponents. He had fought Jinchuriki. He had never been pinned by anything that came out of the ground at a genin's command with no hand signs. He flared his chakra violently, vibrated the wood fiber apart at enormous effort, dragged his sword free and dropped back into the mist. He was gone before Kakashi could pursue, but Kakashi turned and looked at Naruto with an expression that asked several questions at once. Naruto said nothing. He was still feeling the echo of those roots like phantom fingers. Zabuza returned with Haku. This time he tried to isolate Naruto immediately, clearly having decided that was the right call. Haku's ice dome was one of the most effective traps ever devised. A perfect sphere of ice mirrors, Haku moving between panels faster than most eyes could track, striking from one angle and appearing from another before the impact registered. Against a standard genin, it was unbeatable. Naruto took the first hits, ice needles from multiple angles simultaneously. He bled, he kept moving, he paid attention, reading the fractions of a second between transitions, the slight temperature drop at the panel Haku was about to exit. Haku committed to a high-speed overhead strike, both hands driving downward toward Naruto's throat. Naruto stepped to the side with speed that did not match anything about his age or rank and grabbed Haku's wrist. The force behind that grip made every mirror panel shudder simultaneously. Haku could not pull free. His eyes went wide. Naruto threw him upward through the dome ceiling. Haku crashed through the ice and came down on the bridge surface hard enough to crack stone. The dome shattered. Zabuza looked at his partner in the crater, looked at the blonde kid standing in the middle of broken ice, barely marked despite what should have been a devastating barrage. He made a fast and practical calculation. The mission was compromised, his partner was hurt, the threat in front of him was not something he had the right intelligence to engage further right now. He picked up Haku, looked at Naruto one long moment, and left. Kakashi sent a field report to Konoha that was 3 times longer than any C-rank mission had ever generated. The Chunin exams brought Orochimaru to the village. He entered in disguise, moving through crowds with ease, focused entirely on Sasuke. The Uchiha bloodline, the sharingan, he had planned this for years. He walked into the exam hall. His senses spread through the room automatically. He found Naruto, and stopped walking. Orochimaru had studied every significant chakra signature in the ninja world. He had felt tailed beasts. He had faced cage-level opponents. Nothing in any of that prepared him for what he was sensing from a blonde 12-year-old 3 rows back. Underneath the 9 tails, layered behind it like a geological formation behind a riverbank, was something ancient in a way that had no number attached to it. And the pressure behind it, even suppressed and contained, made the air in his vicinity feel heavier. He moved to his seat. His plans had just gotten significantly more complicated. In the Forest of Death, Orochimaru dropped his disguise in front of Naruto's team and told Naruto he had felt him the moment he entered the exam hall. He said he had studied power in every form, and what was inside Naruto was something no record in the world described. He said he intended to understand it. He made it sound like a compliment. Naruto told him to get lost. Orochimaru attacked to measure, to probe, to find the edges. He found the edges were not where he expected. Every time he repositioned, the forest repositioned with Naruto. Root systems ruptured at angles designed to cut off retreat. When Orochimaru launched his largest fire technique, Naruto stepped into it and released a raw chakra pulse that broke the technique's momentum from the front and scattered it to embers before it reached him. Orochimaru's eyes widened. He tried his signature physical grab technique. Naruto caught it with both hands. The force of that grip traveled through Orochimaru's modified physiology all the way to his core, and he ripped his own body free rather than let it complete. He landed 15 feet away and looked at Naruto with fascination overriding everything else. He moved fast then, not toward Naruto but around him, getting to Sasuke. The curse seal bite happened in seconds before anyone could counter, and Sasuke went down with the mark burning into his neck. Then Orochimaru was gone into the forest. He left because of full engagement with something he did not understand yet was not wisdom. He would be back. Naruto knelt next to Sasuke and looked at the curse seal. He had been too slow. He filed that away and did not forgive himself for it easily. The invasion came during the Chunin exam finals. Sand and sound forces activated simultaneously. The third Hokage was trapped above the village in Orochimaru's barrier. Konoha's defenders scrambled. Naruto felt it through the ground before the first impact. 3 minutes before the seals activated, he felt the wrongness in the pattern beneath his feet. Too many bodies in too many specific positions. He pulled Sakura and got out of the arena before the crash jutsu dropped the crowd. The streets were already fighting when he hit them. He moved through the invasion forces with focused speed. He did not kill. He stopped. He disabled. He moved like someone who knew exactly where everyone was because the ground was telling him constantly. Roots threading through the soil beneath the stone, tracking footsteps and weight and chakra vibrations through the earth in real time. One moment that witnesses never entirely agreed on how to describe. A group of sound ninja had a Konoha squad cornered near the south gate, toward to 40, and losing fast. Naruto hit the center of the sound group, and the chakra pulse he released on impact threw every one of them outward simultaneously. Not a wind jutsu, not a tag, just the raw pressure of his output releasing from a single point. Sound ninja hit walls in each other and the ground. The ones who could still make decisions made the decision to not be there. When Gaara transformed, Naruto didn't just restrain him. He siphoned off 90% of the One Tail's power, as the other 10% flowed back into Gaara. Instead of killing him, though, Naruto spoke to him, seeing the similarities between them in a way because they were the same. The invasion lost momentum from multiple directions, but in the streets, the speed at which Naruto moved through the sound forces that had gotten inside the walls was something every after-action report mentioned. The third Hokage died in the barrier. He took Orochimaru's arms and gave Konoha the window it needed. His death sat in Naruto's chest like a stone he could not put down. Jiraiya took him out of the village to train. The Rasengan came in one day, normally months of work, but the moment Naruto understood the concept, his body simply did it. Jiraiya made him slow down and learn the mechanism before building further. The wind nature came next. blending wind into the Rasengan at the construction stage. It should have taken years. It took months. When Naruto produced the first complete wind Rasengan and aimed at a tree, the section of trunk it contacted ceased to exist. Jiraiya said it was one of the most destructive techniques he had ever seen a human produce. Naruto said he wanted to make it bigger. Jiraiya said of course he did. The giant Rasengan shuriken came from an afternoon. Jiraiya stepped back and let him experiment. The upper section of a training dummy turned to vapor. Jiraiya quietly wrote 3 pages of notes. The ground network developed alongside all of it, pushing root systems deliberately over wide areas, tracking multiple people through the earth without looking away from whoever was in front of him. Feeling heartbeats as pressure changes through soil, reading an entire battlefield through the ground alone. By the time Jiraiya brought him back to Konoha, Naruto was something the ninja world had no existing category for. The Akatsuki had been paying attention. Their intelligence on Naruto had grown with every incident. Wave, the Forest of Death, the invasion aftermath. Pain reviewed the reports and identified Naruto as a threat that exceeded standard Jinchuriki parameters without being able to explain why. He assigned more intelligence resources. Black Zetsu read the same reports. He felt the description of the chocolate quality, the earth response, the raw pressure output, and knew exactly what it pointed toward. He said nothing to anyone. He was old and patient, and he wanted to watch what this would become before deciding whether to act. Pain launched his assault on Konoha directly. 6 paths came from above, gravitational devastation on a scale that treated the village as the target rather than the people defending it. Buildings folded, craters opened. Konoha's Jonin were overwhelmed by the scale and simultaneity of Naruto felt the first impact through the earth from outside the village walls, felt it like a struck bell traveling through stone. He was moving before the sound reached him. He came through the gates and felt all 6 paths through the ground. Their weight, their positions, the vibration of their techniques traveling through the earth as they moved. He did not go to Pain directly. He went to wherever Pain's bodies were pursuing fleeing villagers first. He hit them fast and hard, using the root network to track in real time, reaching each path before it could consolidate. Pain recognized what was happening in 90 seconds and pulled all 6 toward Naruto simultaneously. Naruto dropped both hands to the ground. Every root network beneath Konoha answered at once. Trees drove upward from street surfaces in rubble with violent speed, bursting through pavement and walls, forming a second city of living wood rising through the ruins of the first. When Pain released his signature mass compression technique, it hit the forest. It cracked and splintered enormous sections, but the forest was still there when it cleared, and behind it, so was Naruto. The direct fight was extended and real. Pain's shared vision across all 6 paths meant conventional flanking did not work. His gravity techniques disrupted the root networks, pulling them, pushing them, breaking the earth Naruto was working through. Naruto adapted and went through the air instead. Raw chakra at angles and speeds that Pain's vision advantage helped him read but could not fully counter because the force behind them exceeded what his techniques could absorb. Pain's paths went down one by one. The last one came from directly above while Naruto's attention was split. He felt it, released the barrier he was holding, took the hit across his back, and caught the descending path by its collar with both hands. The force of that grip and the chakra pressure radiating from his hands meant the path could not move, could not form a technique, could not do anything but exist inside something that exceeded its ability to counter. Pain looked through the path's eyes at Naruto's face. Naruto was not angry. He was calm. Naruto's chakra output seemed to quadruple as he made Nagato understand the difference between them. Naruto was powerful, godlike powerful, a powerful that doesn't fit any description in the slightest. As Naruto made him understand the difference between their power, he made him understand that the battle would never end in his favor. Ideology clashed against ideology, words against words, and in the end, Naruto's power wasn't what overcome him, even though it could. It was his words, stripping Pain of everything that he fought for, making him realize that all that he's done was action of pure regrets, as Naruto crushed him with his words alone. But it wasn't over yet, far from it. Obito watched from a distance and revised every projection he had been working from. Obito attacked Nagato at his weakest, stealing the rinnegan as the war came. Naruto went on the battlefield as the most powerful shinobi, realizing that they could not defeat him one-on-one. Obito with the tailed beasts attacked Naruto, Madara not far behind the reanimated Madara. A battle of the ages took place as they attacked Naruto with everything they got. They seemed to be wearing him down as the people of the elemental nation saw their hope dimming away until Naruto let loose. The heavens themselves trembled with power. The sky was saturated with so much chakra that it was blinding to the Hyuga eyes. Naruto walked on the earth seemed to fracture. He opened the earth itself, power flooded out of him. Each of his attacks seemed to be multiplied by over 1,000,000. One rinnegan wiped out an entire valley that was the size of the entire land of a fire. Madara and Obito realized that the difference between them and Naruto was like the difference between the sky and an ant. As Naruto put everything into an attack that obliterated the Tailed Beasts combination Tailed Beasts Bomb and wiped Madara off the face of the earth, allowing the others to seal him away. Obito tried to flee into his own dimension. Naruto's power pushed beyond normalcy. It went and went and went and went, as Naruto kept on pushing, refusing to let him go. He was going to end this. Naruto's power started to fracture everything around him. His chakra quantity and quality was beyond anything that the elemental nation has ever reached. It wasn't about escaping anymore. Obito could not flee within his dimension. Fighting Naruto was a lost cause. The tailed beasts were removed from his grasp. Naruto was faster than he could even see. The sharingan and the rinnegan could not track him. Obito felt just like the rest of them. In the end, the reanimation jutsu was released. Sasuke Uchiha was found as Naruto found him. He had gone down a dark path, but Naruto found him. He didn't fight, he talked to him. The whole world was in witness of the power that Naruto Uzumaki held, and they realized it wasn't something that most of them could even begin to comprehend. The sacred tree appeared without announcement. In the place where Naruto's roots had driven deepest during the assault on Konoha, a sapling pushed through rebuilt street surface. Groundskeepers scheduled its removal several times. Each time they arrived, it had grown enough that someone decided to wait another week. By the time anyone seriously asked whether to remove it, that question no longer had a sensible answer. It kept growing for months, into something that had no comparison. Its roots went deeper than any survey equipment could measure. Its trunk required 40 people linking hands to circle. Its canopy was visible from outside the village walls. The chakra around it was warm and old and vast, palpable to anyone who came near. It did not produce fruit. It produced something quieter. Land near it recovered from war damage faster. Crops grew better. Injuries healed more quickly. None of it dramatic. Just the steady presence of something extraordinarily alive with its roots deep in the ground. Every major nation sent people to see it. Scholars wrote papers that disagreed with each other. Children climbed the lower branches. The nations agreed unanimously that it should be protected, and for the first time in anyone's memory, ninja from villages that had spent generations in conflict stood in the same place and looked at the same thing without drawing weapons. Naruto became Hokage. It was not a surprise to anyone paying attention. It had always been where he was headed, from before the fruit, from before the power, from the time he was a kid being chased out of shops and eating alone. The office was difficult. The paperwork defeated him on a regular basis. Meetings tested his patience in ways that the enemy ninja never managed. But he showed up every day. And the thing about Naruto that the power had not touched was the most important thing. He was present, completely. Every person he spoke to felt like the only person he was thinking about at that moment. He still felt the earth under his feet everywhere he walked, still felt the roots deep beneath the village. The power had not diminished. It had settled, found its permanent shape. Kurama was still there, still sarcastic, still his. One evening Naruto sat on the Hokage monument with a cup of ramen and looked at the village and the tree and the night coming in over everything. Kurama said something from inside him, something unusually direct, something he had been building towards saying for years. He said that Naruto had the kind of power that changes what is possible in a situation, and he had watched Naruto carry that power through everything, and he still could not find a single moment where the power had changed who Naruto fundamentally was. Naruto said that was because who he was had been decided before he ever found a fruit. In small hard moments that nobody witnessed, the fruit did not make those decisions. He had already made them. Kurama was quiet. Then he said that was an annoyingly reasonable thing to say. Naruto finished his ramen and looked at the tree glowing softly against the dark sky. He thought about a 7-year-old standing on a patch of ground that felt different, coming back day after day, picking up a shovel, digging with blistered hands for hours because he had decided to find out what was down there. That kid had always been going to end up here. The fruit had just given him the tools to arrive. He set down his cup. He breathed. He felt the roots in the earth beneath his feet, steady and deep and alive. The village breathed around him. The tree grew, and the boy who had wanted more than anything to be seen had become exactly who he decided to be. The end.
That's it. Plenty more to come. I'm out for now. Peace, guys.